Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the preview of Mark Noble's last ever game for West Ham United at the London Stadium, which is going to be massively emotional for us all long-standing West Ham fans and supporters. This will also be West Ham's 19th and last home game of the 21-22 Premier League season, where we welcome this season's all but confirmed Premier League champions Manchester City to the London Stadium for late Sunday lunchtime 2 o'clock kickoff live on Sky Sports. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to West Ham's section of the website. But as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's also City gear you're able to wear, not just the retro shirts but the polo shirts, sweatshirts, t-shirts and track jackets, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly on to the very good charity in the Newham area, Iron Supporting Food Bank, so helping those that are living in the Newham area to put food on their table. So guys, go grab yourself a very, very nice shirt and or polo casual gear. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be also helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. So let's talk about Mark Noble. As you can see, this is I'm wearing one of the very, very early in his career West Ham shirts, and for me, he's always been a hero of mine. He represents us all, really, to be honest with you. His tenacity, his fire, the way that he plays, his attitude, he's never say die, never gives up. And he's unbelievable player, and I will really, really miss him next season. I really, really will be. Let's not forget he started out playing in attacking midfield just like Paul Scholes did with his Manchester United career, but never really tore it up like Scholes did. But throughout his career, he's also played centre midfield before ending up as age and his legs weren't able to catch up with his fire and tenacity, as we all know, as the central defensive midfield positions. Other than going out on loan to Hull and Ipswich between 2005 and 2007, a total of 18 appearances at both clubs, scoring 1 goal and making 2 assists, I should say. He's been at West Ham United since he was 11 after being at Arsenal's academy, and he's retiring at the ripe old age of 35. God, I'd give anything to be back in my mid-30s. Unbelievable good days, but what a player. What a player. I mean, who else has worked in one place for that 24 years? I genuinely don't know anybody that's had that length of service anywhere whatsoever. He's made a total of 548 appearances for West Ham as of the time of this recording, scoring 61 goals. As we know, most of those were penalties, and assisting 61 goals as well, for that matter. He picked up a single yellow 95 times during his entire career. I had to double check the notes on that, but yes, it is. And he's picked up 2 yellows 3 times and a red card twice. Not bad for a player and a team given their all to either stay in the Premier League or win promotion after relegation. After all, as we know, he made his debut for West Ham under Alan Pardew when we were in the Championship in the 2003-2004 season, if I remember correctly, or the 4-5. No, it was 3 and 4. So yes, guys, it really genuinely was all that long ago. I know it doesn't feel all that long ago for a lot of us, but yeah, almost 20 years ago. Made his debut just under, I should say, 18 years ago. It's unbelievable. Really, really is. Now, let's progress through to the actual preview now. I mean, I can do in a whole separate video on Mark Noble, how much I love the guy, and I have done as well, for that matter. So go check those out. As City played on Wednesday night, or last night for the Patreons watching this, against Wolves away, winning 5-1. This has come up a day later than I said, because I genuinely thought they were playing on Tuesday night at the same time as Liverpool, when we did the Norwich live watch along with. Even though that was catastrophically bad, it was a very, very good stream. And we've done watch-alongs for pretty much every away game that I've not been to since the 18-19 season. Well, to the last ever game of the 18-19 season, which conveniently is that Leicester City away game that we remember, with Noble doing that absolute screamer from 35 yards out. We've done pretty much every away game, and of course the home and away games during COVID as well. So I can't even calculate how many away games we've done so together, you and I. So And we've had a handful of streams buggering about. In actual fact, BT has caused it more than the streams. But yeah, anyway, so let's talk about the officials. The referee for this game is Anthony Taylor. His assistants are Gary Bestwick and Adam Nunn. The fourth official is Graham Scott. And on VAR is John Brooks. And his assistant is Simon Long. Now, our last 6 Premier League home games against Manchester City show we've won 0, drawn 2 and lost 4. But we have shown in recent seasons, especially under David Moyes, that we're no longer the 5 or 6-0 walkover club that we used to be, and can give Manchester City a good game when we turn up. I mean, you look at the League Cup home game this season. Very, very good performance. Yes, all right, it was 0-0 at full time, but we were able to shut them down very, very, not I wouldn't say very, very easily, but we showed our quality in that game, and I genuinely hope we'll do the same thing this coming Sunday. Now, David Moyes has faced City at home in the Premier League as a manager 15 times, winning 7, drawing 4 and losing 4. Liverpool drawing with Spurs at the weekend has given the advantage to City after they beat Newcastle 5-0 on Sunday, and of course, as I say, they're now 3 points ahead because of the Wolves victory. City have won 28, drawn 5 and lost 3 in this entire season, scoring 94 goals and conceding 22, so a plus goal difference of 72, and as I say, they're on 86 points, so which is the top again. So it's a shame that we won't see them pick up 100 points like it was a few seasons ago, but it just shows how difficult it is to do that in the Premier League. City's away form this season shows they've won 14, drawn 3 and lost 1 once, scoring 39 and conceding 9, so their away day goal difference is plus 30. They have an average of 2.5 points per game, and they've only drawn once away from home on the road in their last 5 games, and they've won all the others. On the road, City have scored an average of 2.17 goals per game and conceded 0.5, so this is going to make it very, very difficult for us. However, the match goal average does show 2.67, so both teams to score is very likely, as they are weak at giving the opposition chances to score. We saw that with the Wolves game. We've seen it a few times itself. I mean, we normally do quite well against City. We knew up until obviously they became the powerhouse that they were. That they are. We would get a draw or a very, very minor goal difference loss, and which we still are to a degree, but we're not drawing as many as we used to. They've kept just over 10 clean sheets on average on the road so far, and have failed to score in 2 games all season away from home. 2 games. You have 19 away games, and they've scored in 7, and they would potentially be scoring in 7 and only in 17 max. That's bonkers. Their average possession is 67% away from home. City's go-to formation is 4-3-3 this season, so our 4-2-3-1 formation will give us some form of a way in to try and get a result out of these guys. They've taken an average of 18.94 shots per game, and their shot conversion rate is 11%. So basically, but it's just, again, it's phenomenally low given the amount of shots. The goals they've scored is bonkers. But anyway, they've committed an average of 8.72 fouls per game and conceded 9.39. So I conceded 9.39 fouls. Remarkably, since signing Grealish, their average conceded foul rates have actually dropped, as last season, overall the whole season, it was 10.74 fouls conceded. So, yeah, bit of a weird one that, but obviously Grealish hasn't played as much as he would like to so far, but anyway. City are more likely to score in the second half than they are in the first, but this doesn't mean we could have a clean sheet by half time, as this season they are very ruthless in their attacking style, even more than last season. They seem to be more and more attacking as the seasons come on, especially bearing in mind with this new marquee signing, Haaland, that is due to be announced in the coming weeks. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays for City. Personally, I haven't seen a lot of him. I've seen him obviously when we were watching the Germany football before the Premier League restarted during COVID and everything else. But I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. Players to look out for was pretty much everyone, as we know who their best players are. It's no surprise that their highest goal scorers are joint of Foden, Sterling and De Bruyne away from home, as is no surprise that their top assisters away from home are Foden, Jesus and Sterling as well. So a very, very tricky side to play against as always. Now, PremierInjuries.com show City will be out without John Stones, Mendy, Walker, and Diaz for their last home game again, as well as our fixture as well. On Wednesday night, Laporte took a knock to the knee, and it's very, very unclear if he is going to be playing on Sunday. But also Fernandinho is potentially ruled out on Sunday as well. So yes, you can say they haven't got any of their decent fit centre backs, with the exception of Nathan Ake. So yes, that will play largely into our hands. But at the same point, it's getting through that midfield and getting past those attackers. We are still got a big mountain to climb to get there, but the odds are looking better for us. Not looking great, but they are looking better for us. Now, over the last 4 weeks, a large chunk of viewers are still not subscribed. So come on, guys, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And click the notification bell to all if you haven't already done so you get to know when new content is going up and also when we're going to be live. We've still got loads of people watching. Genuinely, it's unbelievable. So come on, hit that subscribe button. We can get to 2100 if people just do it. It's 34 at the time of this recording to get us there. Come on, guys, it really isn't that much of an ask. Turning to West Ham now, Dawson and Antonio from an injury point of view should be fit to play, and Benrahma is having a late fitness test but is odds on to be in the squad as well, which is fantastic. Now obviously Creswell came under a lot of criticism for the second leg of the Europa League final for being sent off when he shouldn't have done. But as I said at the time, where were the defenders? He shouldn't have been on his own like that, and he was back to his best against Norwich as well, for that matter, from what I was able to see of the watch along, that is. So, as I said earlier, it's only the second time that's happened this season where we've had a stream that's not really worked properly. But yeah, guys, very, very happy for this. We are still in contention for a top 6. I think it's going to be Conference Europe football. But even so, if we finish 7th, there's an odds. It's very likely we're going to be paid just over 30 million for finishing in that position. So that's not bad in any shape or form. It's not great, but it would be nice. It'd be nice to get a bit more in the pot and finish 6th. I think it's only about a couple of million on top of that, or 2 or 3 million. No, so as always, guys, let's start talking about the starting 11 now. I know sentiment is going to be in a lot of people's minds, and they're going to put Noble into their starting 11. Put your comments in the comments. Let me know on this, but I genuinely think Nobes is unlikely to get in to the starting 11, because if as I said, we've got a potential 4 points we can get from this and Brighton away next Sunday. Highly unlikely, I know, given our form with both teams, but it is still possible. There's too much at stake for Noble to start. Now, I love him to bits. I really, really do. As I said, he's a big hero of mine. But against Man City, I don't think it's the right idea to start him. I reckon we'll see him in a Gins-esque late substitution for Nobes, like it was at that was it Everton at home? I think it was, if I remember right, the last game of the season when a few years ago when Ginge was released. So, guys, this is the starting 11 that I'm expecting and hoping to see against Manchester City. Fabianski in goal, with a back four of Soufal, Dawson, Zuma and Creswell. Soucek and Rice in the defensive midfield positions, with Bowen, Lanzini and Fornals in midfield, supporting Antonio up front. So thank you very much for your time, guys. As I said, put your comments in the comment section below. Like this video if you've enjoyed it. If you join the channel and you're new, welcome. It's great to see you. And please do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well, for that matter. But we will be having the full-time thoughts on Sunday afternoon / evening as well, for that matter, guys. So things are looking good. I'm starting a new job in just maybe 4 or 5 weeks' time. Really, really buzzing. Loads of good things coming on the channel for next season. So make sure you're around. We're going to have more guests on. We will be doing... Alright, I'll talk about that next week. But anyway, guys, look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a fantastic weekend. And I hope to see you very soon. All the best.